On a freezing, stormy night in 1971, a man in a business suit jumped out of a Boeing 727 into the pitch-black abyss with $200,000 strapped to his waist. He was never seen again. No body, no parachute, and no trace, except for a few deteriorated bills found in the mud years later. If you're drawn to the stories the world was never supposed to remember, you're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button now so you'll never miss a story. A man calling himself Dan Cooper, later misidentified by the press as D.B. Cooper, buys a one-way ticket to Seattle. He looks like any other businessman, mid-40s, dark suit, white shirt, and a black tie. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper hands a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. At first, she thinks it's just a lonely traveler's phone number and drops it in her purse. Cooper leans over and whispers, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." He opens his briefcase to reveal a terrifying tangle of wires and red sticks. His demands were simple but massive: $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. The plane lands in Seattle. The FBI has the cash ready, all in $20 bills, with their serial numbers secretly recorded. Cooper exchanges the passengers for the money and the chutes. He then orders the pilots to fly toward Mexico City, giving them very specific, bizarre instructions. Fly at the minimum possible speed, stay under 10,000 feet, and keep the landing gear down. As the plane flies through a heavy rainstorm over the rugged Pacific Northwest, Cooper orders the crew into the cockpit. He was now alone in the cabin. At 8:13 p.m., the pilots felt a sudden upward thud in the tail section. Cooper had lowered the aft stairs and jumped into a freezing wilderness of pine trees and shadows. For decades, the FBI scoured the woods of Washington, but they found nothing. Investigators began to question, was Cooper a pro or just a really lucky amateur? Here's the most chilling detail. Of the 4 parachutes Cooper was given, one was a dummy chute, a non-functional training unit with a canopy sewn shut, intended only for classroom demonstrations. Unknowingly, Cooper chose that dummy chute. If he tried to use it as his reserve, it would have never opened. Furthermore, he jumped into a negative 70-degree wind chill wearing nothing but a suit and loafers. Most experts believe he didn't even survive the impact. The case went cold until 1980, when an 8-year-old boy digging in the sand at Tina Bar along the Columbia River found 3 bundles of cash. Rotted, but still rubber banded together. It was Cooper's money, $5,800 of the original ransom. But scientific analysis of the sand and tiny organisms called diatoms on the bills revealed a new mystery. The money hadn't been there since 1971. It arrived in that sand months, perhaps years later. How did it get there? Did Cooper lose it in the jump? Or did someone, or even something, place it there as a final breadcrumb? In 2016, after 45 years, the FBI officially closed the case. 45 years of searching. A case file 66 volumes deep. Whether he died in the freezing pines of Washington or walked away to live a life quiet under a different name, to this day, the serial numbers on those missing bills are still flagged by every bank in the world. But as the forest floor of the Pacific Northwest continues to swallow the truth, we're left with only one chilling reality. Some people don't want to be found. The file on D.B. Cooper is officially closed, but in the shadows of the vault, the mystery is still ongoing. What do you think happened? The facts are documented, but the truth remains elusive. If you enjoy this dive into the unknown, join us by subscribing to the channel. Until we open the vault again, thanks for watching.